Look how cute these are.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to do a juicy Q&A. Juicy. So we've just done a video on Elle's YouTube where I have asked her all the questions
that
her followers asked her.
A lot.
Savage. I also feel like we both overshared potentially
Too
more
much.
than we definitely should
I'm gonna have to bleep some things out.
But I'm gonna link that below here, so go check that out after you've watched this one.
And subscribe to me.
And like and subscribe. But so Elle is gonna take her turn now.
I'm so
to
excited.
Ask me the questions, and I'm dreading this. I chose the worst questions, so I feel like now that set the precedent for this video.
So the video's done. So
I've
I'm like,
used all my ammunition. Now it's
so
your
now
time
I'm
to
like,
go.
we can go in. And I actually asked a couple of questions in this Q&A for you already. Like I put them in the question box like everybody else.
And I haven't seen these
went
questions
ham
as well,
Yeah,
so I have no idea what to expect.
that's the worst part. Like when I was thinking, I was like, oh my God, I don't know what's
I was
coming.
like, surely it can't be that bad. Got a major issue is we literally both have no filter. This isn't going to be like, oh no, I can't
say
answer.
it.
I
I'm
literally will be like, yeah.
Bam.
Okay, this is
Here's my biggest life secret.
Yeah.
Don't look at them.
possession over it now.
Should we start tame or should we go in like bang?
The tame one. Or like, ease me in.
Do you have a boyfriend?
I do have a boyfriend. I post him a little bit, more than you.
More than me. How did you meet him? Is another question.
Oh, yeah, okay, so he came up to me at the gym. I literally was sat there, I was like really busy Saturday, I was standing there waiting for a barbell, and he came up to me and he was like, it's really busy today, isn't it? Best pickup line. I initially thought he was trying to sell me his personal training package because he was a PT at the gym.
Yeah.
And he
They
came up
always
and
do
was
that.
like saying that, and then I literally was like, I actually am like launching my, it was when I was like launching my online, so I was like, I'm actually like starting, he was like, okay, like
Your online
he probably
coaching.
thought I was trying to flex. Like I was just being like, by the way, like
I actually have my own online
actually
coaching. I
need a
don't want
PT.
to work with you.
And he was like, okay, yeah, that's not
That's
why.
nice.
Like, yeah, I was
Thanks
like,
for telling me that.
oh, you're here actually to talk to me. Okay.
Fine.
No, but I just got out of like a long-term relationship at the time, so I really wasn't looking for anything at all. So then we kind of became friends. And then we kind of had a little friendship group, but I think then it like laid down the foundations of like a really solid relationship because we had
friends first.
the friendship there. But yeah, that is how we met. The gym. It's very like
Cute.
on brand, isn't it?
For you and Elle,
Oh,
what would your dream jobs be if content creation wasn't your job?
exactly what mine would be. Do you know what yours would be?
No.
Mine would be to be a radio DJ presenter person.
Really?
Like do the breakfast show. Because I love waking up early. And like you'd get the job done and you get invited to really cool events and you just sit there and chat. It's like having a podcast basically and playing cool music. If you vibe with the other person, you know how normally it's like a duo. You go do that.
Podcaster count is social media content creation.
I think that's content creation. You know what also would be a cool job I've thought about before, which now like I'm in a relationship and stuff.
OnlyFans.
That is content creation. No, but being like a travel writer, like writing reviews
That's
for like
content.
hotels. No, like reviews for magazines.
Interesting.
Because you get to go and they give you
I
like
don't
a
know what I
penthouse
would
suite.
do. Maybe like a presenter.
Yeah.
Something
Similar
like that.
vibes.
Like it has to be something creative.
I think that's like also not far from what we do, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like,
because I used to be a consultant. I could not do that again.
no,
I don't know how I did
couldn't
it.
do an office job.
No. Who is the most problematic? I don't think either of us are that problematic.
I'd say either. I'd say we're fairly easygoing.
Yeah.
I don't think either of us are like particularly high maintenance.
No.
I think I can give
We
off
also haven't ever had a
the
proper
vibe of being
argument,
high
touch word.
maintenance. Oh my God, we actually
We haven't argued, no.
Like we've had like, I don't know, like, oh, yeah, spats, no. But like you'll be like, you're chaotic. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't,
Like-
there's just nothing for us to argue
No,
about,
not
so I don't think
really.
either of us really cause each other problems.
No.
Another one, most disorganised, that's definitely you. There's no-
I take the crown for that.
I'm also so disorganised, but not to the same extent.
I am to the next level. Like, guys, no, you know what? I booked my ADHD. I haven't booked my ADHD testing. I was saying to my mum, and I was like, she was like, you do realise you've been saying that for the past 2 years.
That's
Like,
what
I was
I
like,
had.
that just sums me up. I genuinely think that just sums me up.
My old job forced me to do it. Like, not forced me, but they were like, we really think you should get this
working
done.
something
And I was
for
like,
you.
and they were emailing me for 6 months, like, have you completed the form? And I was like, oops, forgot. Most famous person to slide into your DMs.
Ooh. Had like influencers slide in that have like a mil, but I actually have no freaking idea who they are.
Who they are.
Like they're like fitness influencers that are obviously big, and have like blue tick before. It was like before the blue tick thing.
Yeah.
I genuinely could not tell you who they are though, but they slid in. So
Yeah.
obviously I can't reply.
Mine
Don't
would be
reply.
that footballer.
Oh my god, the footballer.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Jermaine Defoe.
That means
Hey,
nothing
girl.
to me, but I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm in a very football-based family. So I messaged my brother, and my brother literally was
Did he like freak out?
was
he like
he literally
slay?
said, haha, he's known to be like,
promiscuous?
yeah, kind of
oh,
that vibe.
interesting.
but yeah, he slid in, didn't reply to it, because I was like, I am taken, but I also wouldn't have replied to it either way. I think he's like 45. So like, there's a little bit of my
Stop
age
it.
limit, but
If it was like replying to a story, like
the amount
chill,
of people that will just be like, hey, date. And I'm like,
that's what I mean when it's
Like-
like so like blatantly like you know what they want and they
Yeah,
want
like, I
one
don't
and
like
only.
that.
That's when I'll be like, no.
if you're just gonna like strike up a little convo and get us talking, fine. But
Yeah.
also, please do not do that. I've got a boyfriend.
Agreed.
That will not go down very well. I feel like you're not gonna answer this. A gym influencer you think is overrated?
I cannot answer that.
That was not expected. What even fucking is
my God,
that?
that's fucking
Oh, it's two flies. That's why.
They're shagging. They're all shagging.
I hope you don't have 10,000 flies just
they're
randomly.
all on top of each other. Like
There's, oh my god, look how many on my windscreen.
No, they're-
Liv, one,
they're
two,
having
there's
sex. They're actually having
1,
sex.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
Oh my
14,
God,
15,
they've- look.
16. 16
They're all
flies.
mating.
So there's
They're
8
mating.
sets of flies mating on my windscreen.
my
I'm got to live there. They're on me.
What has that?
I
Put the
can't.
liquid up. Oh my
They're
God.
still mating. It's like they're having a shower whilst mating.
Oh my god, they're fucking loving it.
Hey, look at the swarm. Why they had to move the car? So if the lighting's changed,
We do apologise.
that fly
Oh my
situation
God,
was getting too bad.
We literally looked up and I was like, we are amongst a
Swarm of flies. What do you earn a year? I feel like with our job, there's not really a way of answering it.
It is hard. It's like 1 month will be like.
you can have a
it could
good
be like
month.
double 1 month.
You could have a bad month.
Yeah.
And like, there's no way of knowing what you're going to earn a year.
I
Like,
guess
what
with
one
like
year you earn
coaching,
differently.
you have like a standard like average.
then you have different amount of clients.
Yeah.
I feel like it's impossible
It
to
is
answer that. Like, literally
impossible
not
to answer
possible.
that. I don't even know, to be honest.
And I don't speak to my accountant enough to know how much I earn.
I kind of find out when it comes to
This one's
tax.
good. Brand you would not work with and you turned them down.
Yeah, those like fit those tracking scales.
Oh my god, yeah.
People would track body fat. I'm sorry, like for my audience being like
What's
recovery.
the other one that you would have been doing? Zoe.
Oh, Zoe, I or anything that I've been approached by like intermittent fasting, and I'm just like, read the room. Like,
The other one I've said
look
no
at my
to.
page. I've just, no matter how much money,
Yeah.
and often they are the ones that will pay.
Yeah, because no
they
one wants to
know.
do it. Other one, Shein.
Oh my
I
god,
got
yeah,
offered-
those kind of like
They
fast
pay.
fashion
Like they pay.
brands.
As soon as I see someone doing them, I'm like,
You know they're
I know you're
making
getting
money.
there. You're
Yeah.
getting a lot of money, but you're also selling your integrity at the same time. Like,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm
not
not
worth it.
working with brands that treat factory workers
Oh my
like
god,
a
I'd
piece
never
of
promote
dirt.
that on my page. Never ever.
Yeah, so I think brands like that is like
Brands
an
like that, like
absolute
fast
no-go.
fashion or anything that's like diet culture. Absolutely no.
If you could get one surgery or filler or anything like that, what would it be?
Actually, I'm gonna say I'll get a boob job. All looking at my boobs right now. You know I've said that and they've all gone. But I'll get it like I don't want like huge boobs, but just like a little couple cup sizes wouldn't go amiss. What would you get?
Probably lip filler.
Yeah.
I actually do have lip filler, but I had it done so long ago now.
I can. It's kind of stayed. Like your lips
I
are
think
very
it's
like
gone.
plump.
I have
This
got
is
lip
the
liner
issue
on
with
right now.
filler. I think you can get like dysmorphia with it in the sense you get used to your face with it, and then you're like, oh, my lips are so small.
Yeah, I went through a stage where I got so
and you
much
look back
done
and you're like, what the fuck?
that I look back and I'm like, oh my goodness. But I would probably, what I would probably do is dissolve whatever's there just in
Yeah.
case there is anything left and then get it redone.
Redone.
Maybe Botox. Like, I'm not that.
I have quite an expressive face. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen some people get it to like control, because apparently if you have an expressive face, you have quite like deep you can get deep wrinkles.
Yeah, that's the issue. Like, and also, I always find myself whenever I'm working, my concentration face is this. So I've actually started noticing like these lines here. And I would love to age gracefully and naturally, but I also would quite like to look
I think,
young.
yeah, I think it's like getting that balance, isn't it? Of going.
Like, I don't care. Like, I look at it, I'm like, whatever, I'm getting older. Like, but I think I'm in denial that I'm 25 now and there are wrinkles coming on my face.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
I think I'm still 10 years old.
I like never thought I'd get to that age.
Yeah,
where,
I'm like,
I
I'm
actually get
always gonna
wrinkles
have
from it.
like a perfect, pristine, unwrinkled face. And now, like, don't get me wrong, like, there's still pretty much nothing there. But I'm just in denial. And I think the older I get, I will become more and more in denial.
Boob job for me.
Or Botox. What was the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you?
What's that on here? Most embarrassing. Are they
I
all
don't
like
really have one.
rude ones?
Let's do what's the most embarrassing thing that happened to you at the gym?
Because I hate like attention in the gym.
Yeah,
Like,
don't want anyone to look at me.
so I was squatting. It was a PR. I think it was when I was like actually properly squatting. I was like, I think it might have been 100 kg or 90. It was heavy. And my friend was loading the bar. Like, she was in charge of loading one side. And I go to squat. And suddenly I'm like, oh, and all the plates suddenly come off one side, and then then
she
obviously
too
the weight
heavy?
at the other side. No, she didn't put the freaking clip on.
Oh.
So then it like off balanced me, and she didn't like, I think that was it. She hadn't put on, like, it was literally like 2.5 kg or something small, but that little balance then meant I went.
Made you went, oh, and then it all fell off.
And then,
oh my god.
it made like this huge clack. And everyone was like, are you okay? And I hate nothing more
Than people look
when
at me,
people
yeah.
look and ask, am I okay? Like, you know, and you like
Yeah.
fall or trip.
Like,
Are you okay?
don't say anything, be quiet, I
Let's
don't
all
want to
just
know.
ignore that didn't happen. Yeah, what would you say yours in the gym?
Probably, oh my god, it's not even that bad, but like, it's actually quite bad. I just got a personal trainer, right? And the first session
farted?
we had together, no, I fell off the treadmill. Yeah. I was actually like, I'd been going to the gym for a fair bit of time, so there was
Like, do you
it
know what
wasn't because
I'm
I didn't know how to
doing?
use the treadmill. Like, I literally was on there, I got distracted, I was looking at something, and I literally just fell off.
No.
Or, another embarrassing thing I'm actually quite grateful for now is on the first, I think it was the second time actually me and my boyfriend ever went to the gym, I farted doing a deadlift, and it was like the third day in.
Oh, you've told me this?
And I was like, at the time I
barriers
was
are broken.
mortified, but now I'm like, thank God that happened, because like, otherwise, I remember with my ex, I didn't fart in front of him for like 3 years.
I don't.
And then I was
fart
like,
in front of
it's
my
been
boyfriend.
like, I always fart. I fart in front of everyone.
See, I used to fart in front of my ex.
At the moment, but I back that you don't fart, because I genuinely think one of the worst smells I've ever smelled.
Oh my god. No, that's why I'm like, my boyfriend will quite literally wake up.
Whatever.
My boyfriend will never, ever, ever hear that.
Some of these aren't giving juicy, I must say.
No. I know, guys.
Come on. Give a boy your hair tie.
What does that
I
mean?
don't get it.
Is that like a euphemism for something? Like, I'm like, surely that's a... I don't know. Am I too old for this now?
Yeah, I don't know. We aged so much.
People are going to
Is
be
that like,
watching this like, I'm thinking,
How
are
do you
you
not know
thinking
what
what
that
I'm thinking?
means?
Maybe hair tie, like, do you think?
probably not.
Surely.
Who the fuck would say that? We've had to move the car for the third time.
Oh my-
I actually think I'm getting old. I don't know what half these things mean. In an LDR,
Long distance
relationship, we're going to be in agony aunt.
Okay, yeah.
How do I get over my crush on my brother's best friend?
Ooh. Oh. Oh,
My
that's
best
hard.
friend's brother I fancied for so long.
I think there is something about your best friend's brother.
If you
It's
can't
like that
get
often-
over it, get under it.
No, it's like that
That's
older.
my advice.
That older. But also it is so awkward, like, for your best friend, isn't it? Like, if your best
Firstly, does he like you back?
yeah, do you get the vibes? Then I would talk, if you were to get like big
If you're like
signals.
friendly with your brother, can you not be like, can you set me up? I fancy him. I could probably ask my brother that.
Actually, I feel like brothers can, sorry, I got confused. I thought it was best friend's brother. I was like, that can be a bit weird if it's your bestie's brother. But
I've
if
done
it's-
that. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, she didn't care.
Oh, really?
To be fair, my best friend was actually
I
trying to
think
set me
everyone's
up
quite
with the brother as
different.
well.
I think
Because like we
everyone-
met, he randomly just came like when we were having drinks in the park, and I was like, oh, really fancy you.
Yeah. So your brother's best friend.
I mean, if you're on that relationship with your brother, that you can
Say
so
something.
is he single?
I'd
Like,
say
can
something.
I go
I'll
there?
be like, I find him quite fit. Like,
have
maybe
to
don't go
go-
into like depth of the crush.
Not like if you don't have the relationship with your brother, don't do it full stop, because
Yeah.
it's gonna make it awkward. If you're not
Also,
friends like that, that's so
I
strange.
think it's maybe think about where are you thinking of it going. If you're thinking
Yeah.
of it just being a one-time thing, is it worth the awkwardness? Also, I sometimes think the chemistry and the thing of like I can't makes them more attractive.
Yes.
As
Oh
soon
my
as you-
God.
as soon as you break
So
down
much more
that barrier
attractive.
and like sleep with them once, you're gonna be like,
Oh.
and it
That
kind of
wasn't
like
worth
shatters
it.
at everything, and then it makes it awkward.
and you'll have to see him again. Like, you have to weigh out the pros and cons. But
Yeah.
firstly, I would just speak to your brother. Like, if you're not on that vibe with your brother, don't do it.
Yeah.
But if you can talk to your brother and he has a seal of approval, then go for it, girl.
Then go for
and
it.
then get him to set
What
you
have
up.
you got to lose? But if it's just gonna be a one-time, like
if you
thing.
can't ask your brother and you do it behind his back, I think that's just like a big
No,
no-go.
yeah,
Like, don't
no,
do
no.
that. Thoughts on birth control?
In an
You
ideal
do
world,
use this.
yeah, in an ideal world, we wouldn't have to take it.
Yeah.
But I personally do.
Same, I do.
I would rather not, but I just can't take the risk of, like, I think with,
I don't want a child right now.
I don't want a kid.
If you're my future kid watching this, then lovely.
My
but,
mum accidentally, like, I was an accident because they used condoms. So, and she wasn't on birth control. So I'm on the coil that's like the lowest dose of hormones, and genuinely, I personally, I prefer it. I think I get bad PMS and I think it actually keeps it under control. So I genuinely would argue for me, but for everyone it will be different, and like what agrees with you will be so different. And I think, you do you.
Mine's the pill.
Whatever works
I've
for
always been
you.
on the pill though. Ever since I was like 16.
Yeah.
I actually went on it originally because my periods was like so heavy, like to the point.
That's the thing.
I was bleeding through the super heavy tampon and a pad within an hour.
I remember I once did that at school.
Yeah, that was in school. I remember.
I remember I looked at the chair. I looked at the chair when
What
I
was
left
it
the math
called?
class, and I was like, oh, that was
stop
me.
it.
That was me.
What was it called? Like when you had your form registration in the morning. Form
like,
time?
Yeah,
Something like that.
tutor time or whatever
form
it
time.
was, yeah.
I put a tampon in just before that. By the start of my first period, so about half an hour, I'd bled through everything.
Mine was so bad.
A heavy tampon and a heavy pad, and I had to go to the doctor. I was like, I can't deal with this.
Yeah.
I'm not good with blood. Not happening. And now
it's like under control.
I'm a tampon girly. I don't like to see the blood. I'm actually good to deal with that. Like, no.
Get out my sight.
Get out. Your dream brand to work with that you don't already work with.
Whoop.
Whoop.
I genuinely
Slay.
was thinking this. I was like, because I was trying to think of the brands I want to work with, and I was like, Whoop. They're
Whoop
really,
would be cool.
They I think they work with select people, but I just
they're hard to work with.
I feel like I could also make good sales because whenever I post about
Oh my God, yeah.
people are like, what is this?
this?
I'm like, if only they sponsored
I
me.
think mine would be Red Bull.
Really? I feel like, yeah.
Red Bull, also Sol de Janeiro. I freaking love Sol de Janeiro.
Yeah, I
But
love
Red
that
Bull
stuff.
would be amazing.
Okay, what I want in the future when I buy a house, like influencers get like someone to come in and like renovate their kitchen or whatever, like an interior designer, and they just post a few stories.
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
an interior design brand.
Yeah, like not now obviously, but like when I buy my own house. But yeah, I think Whoop is definitely a big one up there.
Worst experience with another influencer, if you have one. Our recent experience. Really go to events like that. I'm really funny with. I have like social anxiety, so the thought of going to like a big event, like I have to proper like force myself to go to these things. So I don't really interact with other content creators as much.
I don't really hang around at the events. Like I go and do the event and then I leave. Like,
yeah, you're better for actually going. I just don't go. I need to start. I need to be better than that. That's something I need to like face the fear.
Yeah.
But like the thought of being in a room with like
seriously,
people
that's
gives
the
me
thing when people are
anxiety.
like, oh, it makes me nervous. It really doesn't make me nervous, and I don't know why. I'm like, is there something wrong with it?
Or the 2 years that we had to stay inside, I can't say the C word because YouTube doesn't like it. But before that, I would have been down to do anything. Now,
No, no.
I just don't like being around people that much. It just makes me feel a bit stressed. Like once I like get familiar with my surroundings, I'm fine. But I feel like with events, you're there for like 2 hours, and I just feel really like heightened anxiety the entire time. That it's just not worth it. So I feel like I don't really have that much drama because purely I don't spend.
I don't have drama. No, I'll just say the recent one of like the
recent that wasn't really drama. That was more just
drama. It was more
me just calling someone out.
Yeah.
I'm problematic, I think. Very
I to be
unproblematic.
honest, like when there's a drama, I kind of tend to
Keep
avoid.
myself out. Yeah. Do you really like everything that Gymshark releases?
If I don't post about it, I probably don't. Like if there's a new release and it's stuff that everyone has, do you know what I mean? Like everyone gets sent like similar things, and I'm not posting about one particular thing.
I don't like it.
Probably don't like it.
That-
I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh my god, like I'm honest with you guys. The stuff I post, I genuinely love. I will never put something on my page. Like I'll never false advertise and pretend I like something.
That you don't. I would say no. I don't like everything, but I think Gymshark does release a lot of stuff.
That's the thing, they release a lot of stuff that for some people that's more their vibe, like lifting vibe. Whereas like I will wear particular things. Like I don't particularly like more like neutral plain colour. I like a bright
colourful
colour. So I tend to go for like
and I
those
also
kind of
think like
codes.
some things I think will look so nice. Like some things look really nice on you that would look awful on me.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
I think different body types
will suit different things.
Yeah.
But you can always DM me. Like I will always if people are like, oh, should I get this or this? People will always ask like, what would you? I will always like give my honest.
But
they never forced you to post about.
So if you
particular
see someone
product.
post about something, they probably do like it because you're not forced to post anything you don't like.
You can just choose what.
That's
you
a
want.
massive issue I've had with other brands.
Really, being like you have to do
That I've
this
worked with
product.
before, like not worked with before. Like a lot of the time I've pulled out of the deal because they'll be like, something will come. I'm like, I don't like this. Can I have something else? They're like, no, you have to use that. I'm like, okay, bye then.
Yeah.
'Cause, like, I'm not gonna post something I don't like.
That's thing. It's when you're being.
Because also,
not
if I'm
authentic.
posting something that I don't feel confident in, I don't want to make that video. Like, I'm not
I
going to
don't
feel
want
good.
people to buy
and then if someone else
stuff and then
buys
not like it, and then
no.
they don't trust me. Do you know what I mean?
Like, if I post in something, I actually like the product. Like, there's even been times, like, in all honesty, that I've gone to the gym with, like, stuff on, and then I've just sat and been like, I don't feel confident, and I just won't film anything in there, because I'm just like, I don't want to post
Why
it.
would I share
and
about
somebody
it?
else buy it.
And then be like, I feel
Yeah.
like crap. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Completely get that.
Have you ever wanted to quit social media, and why?
100%. Initially, I really struggled with like the fact it was before I had met other people in the job really, and I think I really struggled with like all my friends were like getting up, having their structure in a day of like doing their 9 to 5, and I was just like, oh my god, where are my friends? I feel lonely. What do I do? Whereas now I'm in such a rhythm, and I've found what makes me feel lonely and what makes me feel like fulfilled. So like for me, like I can't work at home for like extended periods of time. Like I have to have some form of human interaction. But now so I'd say
that now.
so I'd say early on adjusting to that, like just being with myself, my own thoughts a lot more. I wanted to quit, so I was like, there are other jobs better for me, but now I couldn't think of doing anything else.
A time I've wanted to quit is when I first started.
Yeah.
Because you're very much like putting yourself out there. I found I got so much more hate when I first started than I did now. Many people actually seeing your videos are people that like you know.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, well, what's the point of me doing this? Like no one's seeing my videos anyway. This is like
And I think it's harder when you have a smaller following because you don't quite have that like backing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like whereas when you do
the first few months are the hardest,
Yeah.
but I think because I was still doing my full-time job until like this time last year. So I think ever since it was my job, I haven't want to quit because I know what it's like to be in corporate culture, and I get that that's like some people's dream.
That's the thing.
Some people thrive. Like people that I work with would thrive in the corporate environment, in the office. They'd literally love it.
Yeah.
And then there was me. I was like, this just isn't for me. No. Like this is not.
I feel like
me.
I've always wanted to have something with creative freedom and everything. I always got frustrated when
I think
I'd do,
it
like,
made me
internships and like they'd be like, no, you can't post that or you can't do that because I genuinely just don't think my social battery could take it.
No.
I could not.
I remember going back to work.
I find it hard having a full day like intense.
I don't know how I used to do 5 days a week.
I get back and I'm like, whew.
Right, we've got another one. First impressions of each other.
Thought you were really fun and confident, not to gas you up too much.
I was very drunk.
I was like, oh my god, she's such good vibes and doesn't give a fuck.
Actually sums me up though, to be fair.
Yeah. Your first impressions of me.
I don't really remember because it was on Instagram. I just think I was like, oh my god, her content's so cool. Like I really like her.
Yeah.
I think, you know, when you like see somebody on social media, I was like, oh my god, I think we'd be friends.
Like I'd vibe with them.
Like I would be really good friends with them. Like, if we met, we'd actually be like such good friends.
We'd click.
Yeah. Things the other one does that gives you the ick. I feel like you've already answered that about me.
Yeah, the picking head.
What do you do that gives me the ick?
Maybe some words I say.
Oh my god, that's one thing about Liv, right? Oh my god, I can't remember what words they are, but like she'll randomly just start using the most disgusting, icky word, and I'll have to be like, you need to stop.
Trash.
Because we cut that in the bud quite quickly, the trash one. I was like, I can't deal with that.
You were like, what the hell?
What was the one that you kept saying when we were on holiday?
Valid.
Oh
Valid.
my god. To every single thing I'd say, she'd be like, valid. And I'd be like, stop. Like, she's so, like, I think you get so influenced.
I like some more.
Like, if I start saying something, she'll then start saying it. But it's also the same the other way around, which is why I have to be like, we need to nip this in the bud, because otherwise I'm going to say it.
Like, that's trash.
I can't call things
like,
trash.
What the hell is that?
No, absolutely no way. Biggest
My
ick on
random
Liv is,
words I say.
What is the craziest thing, I hate that word, craziest,
Crazy.
thing you've done behind your parents' back?
It's about 14, and I think it's like the biggest lie I've maybe told my parents. So I said to my parents I was going for a movie night at my friend's house, and that they could pick me up like after the movie night, but in fact we were going up to London and going clubbing. I was 14. We go up to London going clubbing. Anyway, I end up going up to London with my friend on the train. I cannot believe, like, looking back, I'm like, my parents were picking me up. Like, I had to be back by like sort of like 12:30, so at a dinner, to pick me up on the way back. So I basically go up to London. Obviously, me being me, I get a bit crazy club. I honestly, like, I'm not encouraging underage drinking at all by any means. Like, don't do it. It messes with you. But anyway, obviously I don't make it back. I literally get calls from my mum that being like, we're at your friend's house, like, where the hell are you? I'm obviously in London, like, not even able to like answer my phone or anything. I've never ever been in more trouble. I ended up going back at like 3. They came and picked me up. I think that's the only time I've been grounded. But I think that was probably the worst. Because it was just dumb. Like, it was just dumb. The whole thing. Like,
You should have said you were sleeping over. or
I
something.
honestly, like, there was so much wrong with it. Like, I couldn't have messed up more.
Oh my God.
My friend's house, like, in pajamas, but under my pajamas was like a going out outfit. Like, genuinely, that's how, like, I thought I had it all figured out. On as well, I once was at a party, so I got so drunk. Guys, me and alcohol, like, honestly, were not good when I was younger. So I got
It takes you like one drink to be drunk.
honestly, I was so drunk. I was being nursed on the side of a road that
my
the
gosh.
taxi came up, drove, and said, we're not taking her back. Like, so I basically then lied to my parents, and I was like, oh, I had to stay over. Like, but my mum was like fairly chill because I was quite a bit older at this point. And she then calls up to make a reservation with the taxi people again for like a dinner, and says the house name, and the taxi guy goes, oh, that was all the talk the other weekend. Was your daughter wearing the white jeans? We couldn't take her home because she was literally on the side of the road, like, being helped by like 4 other people.
Not the taxi man baiting you.
I get in the car after school, and my mum's like, so do you want to tell me actually what happened on that? And I still was going with the lie. I was like, I've gotten away with that. How the hell is she going to find out? No. They always find out. So never lie to your parents. They always, like, every single lie that's been bad, my mum, it's like 6 cents. I was more wild in my
crazy
teens. Yeah.
Yeah. Best question we are saving until last. So, have you got anything planned together?
We have. But we
Like, we literally answered this on my vid, but
we have a big thing planned.
I'm actually really surprised we've been able to keep it secret.
I know, me too. I feel like we've been
We're both
so
blabbermouths.
busy. We've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes.
Yeah, a lot has been happening behind the scenes, which, I don't know. It's been a lot.
It's exciting.
Whatever the project is, I think we really underestimated how much time it would take us to
But
get
I
it
feel
like up
once,
and running.
Once it's up and running,
Yeah, it'll be
we'll
easy.
be in a rhythm.
We'll be fine.
Proud of as well of like
Yeah.
what we've got of it
so far. Yeah. Other than that, holidays,
Maybe going
big
to a
project.
city.
You'll have to stay tuned.
Yeah.
And I hate being that person, but
I know whenever I say it, I'm like, tell me now, but we genuinely
it will be
can't.
worth the wait.
We'll do a launch.
But I think we'd probably be murdered if we said,
Yeah.
because that would just
ruin everything.
ruin everything.
Stay tuned. So I just want to say thank you for joining us. Hope you've enjoyed. Don't forget to go watch Elle's one. I'm going to link it below where I go in on her.
Oh my God, it
if
was
you've
a
watched
lot.
this, you found out all about me. So find out
a little bit about me. Oh my God, it was so much.
It was a lot. We've had a lot of fun.
So
doing
much
it.
fun.
We'll do another one soon.
Yeah, if you have any more juicy questions, leave them in the comments.
Leave them in the comments and we'll answer them in the next video. To like, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll be back next week because we're on weekly content on YouTube, and I'm actually really
We're both
loving
being
it at the
good.
moment. So yeah,
Keeping each other accountable.
We're both on it every Sunday upload. So yeah, see you then.
Yeah. Hope
Have
you
a good
enjoyed.
week, and hope you enjoyed. Bye.
Mwah.